What if everything you believed in, everything that defined you as a leader, as a person, was put to the test in the most personal way possible, in a way that felt deeply unfair, deeply personal, and ultimately would ruin you or remake you? By the way, I was going to take this jacket off because it's hot up here, but I got like 6 compliments as soon as I put it on, so I'm going to keep it on. Woo, it's hot. All right, where is my clicker? First and foremost, y'all are here. Y'all showed up. Give yourself some love. You know what the most unlimited resource is on the planet? That no matter what happens in the future, when AI eventually takes over, we will never run out of this. What do you think that is? What's that? Somebody said money. That's a lie. Air. I hope not. Excuses. Because we can keep making them up. And if we run out, we can just make up some justifications. And if we run out of those, guess what we got in our pocket? We got reasons. But you chose. You made a choice. You made a choice to be here. There are a million reasons to not be here today, but you chose one of the most important ones to be here is because you want to help others. So give yourself some love right off the bat for that. And by the way, let me set my timer real quick because Miss Taronda does not play. Is Taronda in the building? Miss Taronda does not play. I emailed Taronda like this long email. I said, hey, can I get more than an hour? Can I get like 15 minutes? And her email just said no. That's what I like about Taronda, but she keeps it real. Speaking of reasons, just so I can get a feel for who's in the building today, let me see what your main reasons were. If one of your main reasons to be here today was to network with people, to make connections, to meet some people in your field, make some noise. I want to see, make some like, get the... I feel kind of bad now because I was looking at some of my introverts. It's going to be a tough 3 days. If you're an introvert, make some noise or point them out. My introvert's about to walk out. Why would you call me an introvert and then tell me to do something to bring attention to myself? You know what? This isn't even part of the conference, but let me help my introverts out. When you're out here networking for the next couple of days, all you got to do is turn the question back on the person that you're interacting with, right? If they say, what do you do for work? Keep it short. Change lives. Always good. Mr. Ronald better give me them 15 minutes. If they say, what are you doing tonight? Say food, drinks. And then you say, what are you doing tonight? Just turn it back. It's going to be okay, I promise. If all else fails, just talk about the weather. You got this, introvert. You got this. If you were here, if you came to this conference because you wanted to attend like workshops to get education, some knowledge to learn, make some noise. I like that. If you're not learning, you're not growing. All right, my last one. If you're here because you heard about this guy, somebody speak for MC? First time I plugged the company. You heard about this guy. He's kind of handsome. He looks shorter than he does on social media. I bring that up because I went to a Job Corps center recently, and I went in and the security was there. They didn't even say hi or hello. They just said, "Oh, you short." But if you were here to see me as the keynote, don't make any noise. Just look at the stage. Oh, don't make noise. If you sit on the board and make a note, it's documented. Most people are here to see this keynote. You got it? Thank you, Joseph. In all seriousness, SETA has a special place in my heart. If you see on the slides, those are pictures of almost every single SETA workshop I've ever done. And if it wasn't for those evaluation forums and the individuals that participated in that and gave positive feedback, I would not be here today. If you attended one of my workshops, can you make some noise? Thank goodness. That would have been real awkward if it was just been silence. I would have set myself up for failure already, didn't it? Look, SETA has had a huge place in my business, and when I say they have a place in my heart, I am not exaggerating. I went from the nonprofit world to the private world to start my own business in 2021. And part of that process is you got to really put yourself out there and apply to a lot of conferences. You got to get in front of people, right? I cannot tell you how many times I got rejected. And I would always get that annoying email where you get the email like 4 months later and it says, "First and foremost, thank you for your submission." That means they're about to reject you. That's not going to be the first line. The first line should be, "Congratulations, we have selected you." Got a lot of rejection. A lot of rejection. But then eventually, Joseph, give some love to Joseph Seymour. Eventually, Joseph gave me an opportunity for a 30-minute virtual online workshop. He said, "I'll give you a shot." So I said, cool. I did it, and it went really well. And even after that, I don't remember if it was you, Joseph, or somebody else was said it. They were like, "Hey, you should apply to do the conference in person." I was like, funny that you mentioned that. I got like 6 emails in my inbox to say, "Thank you for your submission." But they gave me a chance. And then that led to another opportunity, which led to another opportunity, which led to another opportunity. And then finally, speaking of Joseph, he decided to attend one of my workshops. He took time out of his busy day and he said, "Let me see what this Curtis guy is all about." And he sat there and he took it in. And at the end, he said, "Man, we got to get you in front of more people." And if it wasn't for you attending that and giving me that feedback, Joseph, I wouldn't be here. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Can you give Joseph some... And then speaking of Taronda, the last SETA conference, why y'all laughing? Is Taronda here? She's telling us. Yeah. But at the last SETA conference, Taronda did come up to me and she said, "You know what? It's time to put your hat in the ring for the keynote." And she might be a woman of few words, but she's a woman of her word. So even if she's not in this building, can you give her some... So let's talk about resilience and leading through resilience. And what I want to do is show you something that I have not shown to anyone in almost 3 years. Almost 3 years. First thing I want to do is ask you a question. Let's get real for a second. What if everything you believed in, everything that defined you as a leader, as a person, was put to the test in the most personal way possible? In a way that felt deeply unfair, deeply personal, and ultimately would ruin you or remake you. Ruin you or remake you. When I was doing some research before putting this keynote together, I was really thinking about what is resilience? When have I been resilient? What does it mean to be resilient? And when I realized it's really hard to be resilient in good times. It's really hard to be resilient when everything is going according to plan. The real times where you can be resilient is in heartbreak. When you're about to break down. When everything in you wants to give up. Who you are in your purest form is who you are in adversity. It's who you are when you're experiencing pain. It is in those moments, does it ruin you or does it remake you? Can I show you a video of something that almost ruined me?